Hey, I'm Charlie. This is Larry, and this is the Larry and Charlie Show.
We've been off for a couple of weeks. Probably you really haven't noticed, but anyways, we haven't done one,
Nobody.
and nobody noticed. But kind of wanted to explain why. Watch this.
Daddy needs a new pair of shoes.
Hey, on this episode of the Larry and Charlie Show. Oh no!
Well, now you see why Charlie was busy.
What can I say, Larry?
I don't know.
I mean, you've got all this.
He showed it. Yes,
You gotta,
he did.
you gotta
Yes, he did. We're going.
shake what your mama gave.
We're going to get into our top stories of the week, and this week our top story has been one of the biggest blown up nothing burgers known to man.
Yes.
The Signal chat screw up.
I don't know anybody who's personally used Signal. Have you ever used Signal? How long has Signal even been around as an app?
I don't know anything about Signal. Okay, there's a bunch of new apps that have come out in the last 5 years.
Every day.
Right,
Yeah.
and I have no idea because when it comes to social media, I am the absolute biggest boob there is, and I have no intention of changing that.
I won't claim to be an expert on it. From what I understand, you have to add everybody to it, and then it's an encrypted messaging service where you talk about bullshit with people you're not supposed to be talking to, or you don't want people to know you're talking to, or you don't want people to know about the things you're talking about.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, see, I learned something right there because, I have Messenger on my phone and, I text.
No, not that.
I do a text. I text, and I don't even do a lot of texting. Seriously.
So do you think the guy hacked it? Do you think he was purposely added by somebody looking to sabotage? What do you think?
I have. This is pure speculation on my part. Is Mike Wall says he doesn't know the guy. He's never talked to the guy.
I would bet on it. And I would bet if you were collaborating with somebody that you were trying to, basically espionage, right?
Right.
Espionage, hanging offense. You wouldn't want to line up in front of a rope or a firing squad, so you wouldn't put them on a call with all the rest of these
Right.
people.
So somebody somewhere somehow either put him in the phone under a different name.
They had to.
Or at the last minute, somebody added him in that wasn't that wasn't Walls.
Or they had some kind of a hack. I don't know.
I don't
It's encrypted. I don't know how you can hack it. I'm not that smart, but somebody.
Right. Without a doubt, it was a mistake.
Like Donald Trump said, he said, maybe it's not that good of an app.
That's
Maybe
right.
it's not that great. Some people think it's good. Some people don't.
Right. We don't know any of the details. Do we know that,
They didn't talk about shit.
they didn't talk about shit.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole thing has come out and it's like, oh my God. But that just shows you.
It's like when you're on a guy's trip and you accidentally don't hang up your phone and your wife hears you talking, but you don't talk about the hookers or the cocaine. It's fine.
It's fine.
What's
It's
the
fine.
difference?
That's right. It's true. Yeah, but this is just another example. All right, the press and the Democrats, basically the Communist Democratic Party, is constantly going to look for any issue they can. So here they saw a string and they pulled it and they said, let's keep pulling it until something happens. And the reality is nothing's happened. They're even calling for Pete Hegseth to resign. Well, Pete Hegseth wasn't even the one who initiated the call. He was on it.
They impeached Trump like 7 times for shit that wasn't real.
That's right. And so this is so ridiculous. It's absolutely out of control. And fortunately, I think it's going to start to die down because there's nothing there to really hang out.
I do think Chuck Schumer should resign.
I don't think Chuck Schumer should be in.
I think Chuck, they're calling for his resignation.
Yeah.
Listen, AOC would be a great leader of the Democratic Party.
That or Jasmine Crockett.
Oh, Jasmine Crockett.
Either
I
one.
love Jasmine. She's so eloquent.
Yes.
She is.
Yes. But I think the signal controversy got wrapped up very neatly by Carolyn Levitt, who is, in my opinion, the best press secretary we've had in a generation.
This is an eloquent speaker.
Yes. Yes, she is. She's 27 years old from New Hampshire, of all places. But she addressed this to the press for one final time, and this is pure brilliance.
Does she have an OnlyFans?
She should. She's pretty enough.
Jesus.
She's pretty enough. But this is brilliant. Watch.
Something the previous administration has not done. And I would just add one more point. We are not going to be lectured about national security and American troops by Democrats and the mainstream media who turned the other cheek when the Biden administration, because of their incompetence, left 13 service members dead in Afghanistan, and not a single person in the previous administration was held accountable for that botched withdrawal. Joe Biden said, in fact, it was a great operation. That is despicable. It's unacceptable to this president and this Secretary of Defense. The National Security Advisor has taken responsibility for this inadvertent number being added to the messaging thread. But above all, we take the lives of our troops, safety, security, prosperity around the globe with the utmost seriousness.
Any questions? She said everybody's straight on that one.
Does she have an OnlyFans?
Last time have
you Googled it?
I have never even. I don't even. I've heard about that app, but I know nothing about that app. Honestly, God, I got not a clue.
Don't talk about it, Michelle. I'll send you.
Oh, so
I just started when I pour spaghetti sauce on my feet. And heavy-set women send me money.
Okay.
Go ahead. What we got next?
All right. Anyways, now we're going to talk about the brilliance of the actual. Okay. Now we're going to talk about the brilliance of the Democrat Party. They have their leadership. The leadership of the Democrat Party is probably as impressive and as deep as I've ever seen.
Chucky Schumer.
Chucky.
I love Chucky. Chucky's got to go.
Yeah, Chuck. Well, that's what they say. I'm all for it.
Let AOC have the reins.
AOC.
Give it to the squad, bro.
Give it to the squad.
Give it to the squad. The squad's waiting. Give it to the squad.
Every time I turn on the TV, there's something coming out of Jasmine Crockett's mouth.
I love Jasmine.
That if I knew how to communicate, I would communicate to all the network presidents that if they wanted their network to grow and become really relevant again, put her on TV for
Jasmine
at least an hour a
Crockett
day.
Is the way forward.
She is the way forward. There's no question in my mind. She is absolutely brilliant.
If you got 10 seconds, and I know you do, go ahead and Google Jasmine Crockett in her first campaign and watch the way she talks.
Yeah.
And then now, watch the way she talks now. She went from talking like
highly educated, sophisticated person.
I mean, and perfect English, wonderful.
100%.
Now she talks a little bit like Tupac Shakur.
Here's an example of her absolute brilliance.
And she's good in this one. Like she's not even that bad in this one.
Brilliant.
As it relates to X, he has never made a profit since he bought X. In fact, the value of X is 75% lower than it has ever been. So if I am going to go look for somebody to run a business, I'm going to look for someone who is going to run one successfully. And before people start screaming and yelling about, well, he's a billionaire. Yeah, when you know the right people and they'll just give you money, then you can become a billionaire too. And maybe one day all of us will have that kind of access. But until
now, obviously, you're a skeptic, but Elon is an idiot.
Yes, Elon's an absolute failure in life. He is
a fool.
He is a fool. I mean, the fact of the matter is that everything he touches turns.
Well, someone gave him money, Larry. They gave him the money. They liked him. He's a nice guy.
When he got,
here's a few billion.
He's only got a few billion.
Yeah, he's only, what is he, the richest man on the planet?
He's got $330 billion.
Listen, let's not mince hairs. Litigators are as smart as rocket scientists.
No question about it.
Obviously.
No question. All you got to do is watch TV and watch them advertise.
Absolutely. Juan LaFonta, anytime, any place. Look, pay me, Juan.
Yes.
It's
the whole thing.
PayPal. Do you use PayPal? Because he invented PayPal. He invented it. That's the guy. Forget about Tesla and the amazing batteries that make fast-ass cars that have no emissions and all that bullshit. Forget the freaking arm that catches the rocket and sets it back down and makes it reusable. Forget about the astronauts that were stuck in outer space and NASA could not go get them.
9 months.
PayPal. If you don't think the dude can figure some shit out, PayPal.
And plus things you don't know about because nobody reports on it. But he's working on a technology now that's going to literally help paralyzed people walk again and blind people see again.
The man's got effing robots that can respond to you and chat with you just like a friend and do all your housework. And they're for sale now. Like they walk around by themselves and just do whatever you tell them to do. Like they're a regular human being.
It's amazing what he's done. But he's done, as Jasmine has clearly pointed out, okay, he's a failure.
He's stupid. He's a dumb white guy from South Africa. But can't say that because he's an African American. He's an American citizen that came from Africa. And so listen, I don't want to give any tones of racism or anything like that in this show. I respect Elon as an African American, and it's not that he is stupid. It's just that I can't make robots, and I'm jealous.
I can't do any of this shit.
But
I also at this point I do not want any of you sitting out there that are watching this to forget that there is more genius in the Democrat Party.
Oh,
more
there, and there is,
and there is, and I'm even gonna show a quick video here of. What I consider, one of the more brilliant perspective speeches of that time.
It was uplifting.
It was. Okay, and this is from who will be contending for the Democratic nominee in 2028. Will probably be the senator of New York by then, because in 2026 she'll run for Senate, and her name is AOC.
I love her. She does.
Because the same billionaires who are taking a wrecking ball to our country derive their power from dividing working people apart. They specialize in getting us to turn against one another along lines of left and right, race and gender, creed and culture. And it's all to keep us distracted, because the last thing they want is for us to realize that the real division and the real harm in this country is how endless greed is costing the lives of everyone else. Abolishing the Department of Education, where kids with disabilities are able to get special education. Things like this cruelty and disdain is a shorthand for the right's entire political agenda and a certain ugly kind of politics.
I rest my point. How brilliant was that? Now, my next question is, does any of it make sense? Any of it? I don't know.
What was your favorite point you gathered from it, Larry?
My favorite point was this, okay, is that billionaires are evil people.
Sure.
Okay, except for
George Soros.
George Soros.
Yeah.
Except for all the other billionaires that have been supporting and funding the Democrat Party now for years.
I mean, you might as well put Zelensky on there. He's
Yeah.
been stealing all that money. He's got to be a billionaire by now.
He's a billionaire by now.
He's 6 years into a 5-year term. He doesn't want the war to end. He's taking a 4-year term.
Right.
He's taking all the money. He's doing well.
So I thought her analysis of the billionaire class was quite brilliant, as was her total analysis of disbanding the Department of Education.
It's the thing about the special ed kids. The Department of Education has nothing to do with that.
No, nothing.
All this will do is return education to the states to let them educate the children.
Education has always been, even now, even with the big government and all this bullshit, it's still local. It always comes down to local.
If you live in Golden Meadow, Louisiana, or you live in Lower Houston, or you live somewhere on the Gulf Coast where there's a lot of oil production, in your high school curriculum, you might want to learn a little bit about oil production. Maybe you don't learn about working on cars. You learn about, that your home ec class is working on
either shrimping or oil.
I mean, look, you don't want people in Washington, D.C. decide what you do in your area. It's stupid.
That's right. And so, anyways, we wanted to just expose you to so that you could see the true brilliance of Crockett and
they are. I'm
and
voting,
AOC.
and I will vote for them.
I will. I'll support them. As a matter of fact, she's another one that I want on TV constantly. And just for just to kind of give you a rounded view, Rosa DeLauro, the purple-head congresswoman from Congress.
Have you seen this? This thing looks like she came out of Jim Henson's Creature Shop.
There's a little short video we think you'd enjoy as she talks about appropriations.
Yo, this is the Ranking Rizzler on appropriations, serving Connecticut's 3rd District. It's time to enter your dark academia Congress era. All right, besties, House appropriation is the money moves in Congress. We are not chasing the bag, we are the bag. Democrats are making life smoother through government funding. It's giving, it's giving. So Sigma, main character energy. But Republicans' Project 2025 is mad sus. Eliminating the Department of Education? Negative aura points. Basically, the biggest phantom tax on the environment, on your education, and your rights. Big L posting it online, buddy. Democrats understood the assignment, but go off. See how I keep you informed? Very cutesy, very demure.
Again, the intelligent level is far exceeds what I can understand.
That shit's sus, bro.
That's it.
That
She's
shit's sus. I'm out looking for my ops out there.
Yeah, she goes. And for those of you who are watching from Connecticut,
You capping, bro. You capping. Stop capping.
what the hell are you thinking? But anyways, it just shows you again, okay, why what we have now, right now, is very temporary at best, because
Wait.
the intellect of these people on the other side is going to overwhelm us.
Was that satire? Was that an old lady saying, Generation Z things, or was she being? Because she's got purple hair all the time. So was she out there saying, like, is she trying to be hip, or is that satire?
No, she's trying to be here. She's just saying, this is who I am, and I'm cool, and I'm
shit.
smart, and I'm going to keep you up to date, and that kind of crap. It's kind of,
Oh my god,
I guess
that would have been like Mr. Rogers putting on a starter jacket in the '90s.
Yeah,
oh, I love the Bulls. Shit.
Yeah, that was pretty bizarre. And just to round out this whole segment here, we talk about constantly, we're always, debating issues. Well, here's an issue that I think you'll find fascinating from the perspective.
I love the debate. I'm a masturbator.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
Watch this.
Are you queer?
Yes.
Would you go to Israel?
I would go to Palestine.
Even though, wait, but if you went to Palestine, you'd be thrown off of a building for being gay. Do you love Palestine?
Yeah, why not?
Even though you wouldn't be allowed to be yourself there?
I feel like they're not supposed to judge, even if they have a set mindset. It is actually very haram in the Muslim culture for them to judge.
What should be done to gay people?
الحكم للي بده يمشي في هاي الطريق ويمشي في هاي الطريق يطبق حكم الإسلام عليه للفاعل والمفعول به.
In your opinion, what is worse, a child who is gay or a child who's a drug addict?
الأسوأ اللواط الأسوأ.
What is worse, a child who's gay or a child who's a thief?
شاذ جنسيا.
What about a murderer?
اثنين سيئين.
Well, I thought that was interesting perspective. Now you know why the future of America is so bright, because we have these people
It's
leading us and educating us.
There must be a goddamn dimmer switch. I don't know how.
I have no idea. I have no idea. But
You know we need tolerance.
why?
Tolerance. You know where the most tolerant place, the most tolerant people, everybody knows.
Okay, yeah, they're in the Middle East.
Oh yeah.
No question about that. Those people are the most open-minded. Ask anybody who supports Palestine.
Did you ever watch Mr. Rogers?
Actually, I sat next to Mr. Rogers in the late 70s. It was 1979. I sat next to him on an airplane. He and I had an actual conversation for about a 40-minute flight.
I love Mr. Rogers. I'm gonna cry. Don't. We'll talk about it later. Listen, but we've got a new Mr. Rogers thing. It's gonna be everybody's neighborhood. Everybody's a neighbor, and there's a lot of tolerance. It's gonna be Ahmed Rogers.
Yes.
And everyone in the Middle East always is very tolerant of other cultures. We know that. You have to look. In fact, the land of make-believe that Mr. Rogers said you'd ride the trolley.
That's it.
That's what Palestine is. There's no real country of Palestine, but we call it that. It's a land of make-believe, and it's a wonderful place, and they're very tolerant. They never throw any gay people off of buildings or behead anybody or put them in cages and set them on fire and drop them in the water.
The best thing,
light them on fire.
The best thing, Charlie, is this.
C4,
Ahmed Rogers.
Yeah.
Mr. Ahmed Rogers.
Yes.
Is going to be totally financed by your tax dollars. Well, anyways, there's so much happening that we sit here and we say, okay, what are we going to talk about? And we do, but the list is so long. I mean, the reality is this.
What happened to our video?
I just showed it.
You just showed it.
Yeah.
I didn't fucking see it.
We just showed it.
Shit.
Sorry, Charlie. We just showed it.
The crazy gay lady?
Yes, we showed it.
Man, I got to stop drinking.
We got to stop drinking, Charlie. We had so much to talk about. I mean, we just topics that we really didn't even. Yeah, the Dems and the media haven't learned anything. Okay,
no, they're not going to learn anything.
Nothing.
They're stupid. You got a couple smart ones that are great con artists, and the rest are idiots now.
Idiots.
And the con artists don't want to be surrounded by the idiots, but there's nothing they can do about it.
But all they do is bitch. Okay, they're going to criticize, they bitch, but I got one question. Okay, yeah. And if you have an answer, please put it in the comments, because I don't know. I'd like to know. My question is this: is name one proposal since Trump has become president that the people who are complaining about everything Trump does, name one proposal that they've made that makes more sense. Well, it doesn't make any sense. It's just give me a proposal.
That's the major issue with the Democratic Party. They don't make any proposals that make sense. That's the whole
issue. Thing. The whole thing is they never ever say, "Here's my solution." All they're going to do is tell you how wrong you are.
It's terrible.
It's
it really
awful.
Is.
It's awful. The whole secret is, I want to do a show one time on Saul Alinsky's Rules for Radicals.
Rules for Radicals. That's a great
because
it's a book. If you want to pick up
Right.
Rules for Radicals, it's so. Listen, was it Thomas Jefferson handed out the Quran because he thought that the Muslims were enemies of the United States during the
Right.
during the Barbary Pirates' time, right?
That's how we ended up with the Marines.
Read, the Leathernecks. They
That's it.
They didn't get their head cut off.
Right.
So read Rules for Radicals. It lets you know what the other side's thinking. They want to kill you.
You'll see if when we go through it.
They
okay,
love Saul.
We're going to show you how they've taken Saul and applied it to our everyday life, and we are totally oblivious to it because we don't understand.
And that's all the way from the Weather Underground all the way. That's been going on a very long time.
A long time. But it's a fascinating topic, and one of these weeks we're going to actually take it on, and we're going to just show you the rules, and we're going to show you how they're being applied. And I think that'd be a fascinating show.
Absolutely.
So in wrapping it up this week, I thought there was no better way for us to wrap it up than to let Carolyn Levitt.
That's another one. Does she have an OnlyFans page?
I don't think so. But anyways, we're going to let Carolyn Levitt wrap up this show for us by telling us the week in review. Well,
that's not her.
That's not her. No, but that's
They
pretty
did
nice.
damn good
That's
photos.
I like that. Yeah. So we're going to listen to Carolyn. Until next time.
Can I use your bathroom?
See you next time. Bye-bye.
It was another very busy week here at the Trump White House. Here are the facts. President Trump invoked the Alien Enemies Act to deport illegal migrant foreign terrorists and Tren de Aragua members to El Salvador. President Trump also launched decisive and powerful military action against Houthi terrorist bases in Yemen. Companies like Boeing, Johnson & Johnson, and NVIDIA announced billions of dollars in new investments in America, which will bring thousands of new jobs to communities like yours across the country. President signed an executive order aimed at dismantling the Department of Education after decades of declining academic performance despite trillions of dollars being spent on this federal agency. NASA astronauts who were abandoned by the Biden administration were finally brought home safely thanks to President Trump and Elon Musk. President Trump also delivered on his promise to release the JFK files with no redactions for the American public's consumption. And President Trump became the first sitting president in history to address a crypto conference. And last but certainly not least, egg prices have officially fallen more than 50% since President Trump took office. Gas prices have declined nationally for the fourth straight week in a row, and we are on our way to renewing the American dream. We are not tired of winning yet. We'll see you for next week's MAGA Minute.